Now after manufacturing, let's look at the packaging of Furti. Okay, so what is the information that is being given with respect to the packaging? The cost of packaging of Furti is 40% of the cost of fresh sugarcane. So whatever is the cost of the fresh sugarcane, add 40% of that. Okay, just take pure 40% of that, not add. Just take 40% of that, and that will be the packaging cost of Furti. So cost of fresh sugarcane, 40% of that is the cost of packaging. The cost of sugarcane is increased by 30% and the cost of packaging decreases by 50%. Now sugarcane cost is increased by 30%, so the cost of packaging decreases by 50%. The cost of Furti is equal to the sum of cost of fresh sugarcane and the cost of packaging. The percentage change in the cost of Furti is. It means the question is asked in percentage and the answer is also asked in percentage. So what will you do? We'll assume value and we'll start solving the problem. So what is the simplest of the value? Let us assume the value of the fresh sugarcane to be 10. Then what can I say about the price of Furti? That will be 40% of that. So that will be 4. Okay, because 40% of the cost of fresh sugarcane is the cost of packaging. Then the total cost of Furti is equal to the sum of cost of fresh sugarcane plus cost of packaging, which means the total cost will be what? 10 plus 4, that will be 14. Cost of sugarcane plus cost of packaging, that will be the total cost of 14. Then what happened? The cost of sugarcane increased by 30%. It means the cost of sugarcane that was 10 now became 13 because it increased by 30%. If you know, 30% of 10 is 3 and it increased, so you will add to it. So it became 13 right now. And the cost of packaging decreases by 50%. So now what is the cost of packaging? It is rupees 4. 50% of that is nothing but 2, but it decreases, so I'll subtract. So the new cost becomes what? 2 rupees. So what is the total amount right now? 13 plus 2 is 15 because the total cost is equals to the cost of sugarcane plus cost of packaging. The question is asking me what is the percentage change in the cost of Furti. So initially the cost of Furti was 14 rupees, correct? And now the cost of Furti is 15 rupees. How do you know the percentage change? 14 became 15. So 1 is a increase. So the increase of 1 over 14. Now you just have to check 1 is what percent of 14. Okay, so let's check 1 by 7 is what? We know that 1 by 7 reciprocal is 14.28. Okay, if I divide both sides by 2, so 1 by 7 becomes what? 1 by 14. And what is the half of 14.28? 7.14. That's it. So 1 by 14 is nothing but 7.14. So 7.14 is the percentage change in the cost of Furti. So this is just like your product consistency rule that we have learned, but we are applying it in a way that we solve a real life problem to it. Now let's see one more problem which is associated with the packaging of Furti, and this is this problem. So now what is being said with respect to the data given in this problem? So Patanjali made a new set of Furti known as Furti Sports. So they came up with a new set which is called as a Furti Sports. This is for athletes. Company made a cubicle box of size 16, 12 and then 5 to sell Furti Sports package. So to sell this package, company made a box of height, length, height and then width. Okay, so let's just write this out. So this will be, say this is 16 and say this is length and then this is breadth, which is given to be as 12. So this is 16, this is 12 and the height is given to me as 5. Okay, so that is the box that is being made to sell Furti Sports. Then what happened with this? It was found that the capacity of the box was 14.28% less than the required capacity. While the height of the box was correct, which was 5 inches, yes, we know it's 5 inches, as per requirement, so they had to increase the length and breadth of the box in equal amount. So they made a box which was 16 into 12 into 5, length into breadth into height. But then they found out that the capacity of the box is 14.28% less than the required capacity. So what was the problem? The height was proper, while the height of the box was correct. it was supposed to be 5 inches, it is 5 inches, so there was no problem there. As per the requirement, they had to increase the length and the breadth of the box in the equal amount. So they had to just increase the length and the breadth because the total capacity was less, 14.28 less than the actual capacity. So what is the percentage increase in the area of the base of the box? Okay, so that is the question that is being asked. So what is the capacity that they have made? Let's just first write it here. 12 into what? 16 into 5. That is the capacity that they have made for a cubical box of Furti. But what has happened now? This is 14.28% less than the required capacity. So let the required capacity be X. Now what do I know? 14.28%. What is 14.28? 1 by 7. So this is what then? 1 minus 1 by 7, which is nothing but this is 6 by 7. 6 by 7 of the capacity that was required is nothing but this. Correct? Because you are saying that whatever was the capacity required, I am taking out 14.28% from that. Okay, so I am taking out 14.28. So subtract 100 minus 14.28. That comes out to be what? Which is nothing but 14.28 into 6. Right? That is what now? 60 plus 84. 6 8s are 48. This comes out to be somewhere around 86. Okay, 86% approximately of the actual capacity, okay, is equal to the capacity that I have made right now. So 6 by 7 of X, where X is nothing but the required capacity, because the capacity got reduced by 14.28 and I got this. So 14.28 I take out, 6 by 7 of the required capacity is the capacity that is being formed right now. Now what else do I get from this? So what is the actual capacity? Then what is the required capacity that was there? So let's just calculate this. What is the required capacity? Let's just keep this 5 aside, okay, because we will not be comparing this. The height is 5 inches in both of them, so let's not touch that. This is 6 1s are 6 2s are 12. So what happens is 7 into 2x comes out to be what? 14 into 16 into 5. That's it. This was the capacity that was required, okay, and this is the capacity. Let this be capacity. I'm calling this to be, say, y. This is the capacity that was made, okay, which was 14.28 less than the actual capacity. So this was required, this was made. What was made? 12 into 16 into 5. What was good about both of them? The height was correct, okay, which was supposed to be, I required the 5 height, the 5 height was there. But if you can see, there is a change in the area of base. What is the area of base? Always length into the breadth. So what was required? Required was 14 into 16. What did you made? You made 12 into 16. You made 12 into 16. Okay, and that is where the error came into the picture. So now what will you do? You want to rectify the error. So from here you want to reach here, right? You had made this, but you know that this is a mistake. From here you want to reach here. So he's asking me what is the percentage increase in the area of the base. So earlier the area of the base was 12 into 16. Now I need to make the area of the base as 14 into 16. Correct? So what is an increase? If you can check it here, no need to calculate. This is 12 into 16, this is 14 into 16. So what is extra added? 2 into 16. Right? 2 into 16 is something that is extra added over what? Over what? 12 into 12 into 16. Okay, so this was the capacity that you made it. Okay, this was the required capacity, 14 into 16. This was the required capacity. So what did you do? You changed 12 into 16, the earlier base which was 12 into 16. Now you changed it to 14 into 16. So what is an increase? Increase of 2 into 16. Okay, over what? Over the earlier what you had made, because you are changing this to this, right? As you know, percentage increase is always in this way, right? If you remember, I have 10 rupees today, 12 rupees tomorrow. The increase is of 2 over 10. 2 is what percent of 10? 20%. Similarly, this is what I had, this is what I made. Increases this minus this. This minus this is this. Divided by this. Okay, so now just cut this. 16 gets cancelled. 2 1s are, 2 6 are. 1 by 6 is nothing but 16.66%. So that is your answer. 16.66% is the increase in the area of the base. Okay, so that's how you approach the problem of percentage. Take one thing at a time and eventually you will reach to your